Welcome to MediaCom Channel 22, also here on ColumbiaCougars.com as we kick off another edition of the Cougar Coaches Show. My name is Cosmo, I work with Zimmer Radio Group and Columbia College here, as well as Coach Wendy Spratt, softball head coach. Welcome.
Thank you.
I know it's January, but before you know it, you guys will be getting into some of your winter practices. Let's flash back a little bit. You do get a chance to have some fall practices as an organized team, but take us through the off season for the softball program. It ends, in May, but then where do you go from that part of the year? How does that all?
We practice for 5 weeks and play a couple tournaments in the fall. Mm-hmm. So it gives us a good chance to get outside and get everybody into our system and let everybody know, actually how to throw the ball, where to throw the ball. Because when we go in January, obviously we're in a inside and indoor place, and we don't have that luxury of hitting cutoffs and doing all those type of things.
Yeah, the turf room is nice, but it's not. Right. It doesn't give you all the benefits. So at that point, then everybody's here. Everybody's ready to go. The school year's going, and
right.
So they're on campus and out there practicing at Timmy and ready to rock. At that point, what kind of tournaments did you guys play in the fall this year?
We played in St. Louis, and then we played over at the university as well.
It's always an interesting challenge to play again. Obviously, they've got they're an SEC team that's not quite on the same level as the NAIA, but it's kind of a fun little matchup between you guys,
sure
and especially when you go out and face a pitcher like Chelsea Thomas.
And we got to face her this year. The year before, we almost beat them.
Right.
So they threw Chelsea against us this year.
They didn't want to lose that cat fight, did they? No. Well, she's quite a pitcher, and you had quite a pitcher of your own the last couple of years, obviously with Valerie's run, and then having Jordan last year. Mm-hmm. We'll get into more of a little bit of your roster breakdown. But as far as the players at the college level, no, they're pretty much past some of their club softball teams. I know a lot of the softball girls in high school, they play for their high school team, and then they're off on their traveling teams and gone for the whole summer. It seems like at tournaments. What do most of your players do as far as the summer before they get into the back to school time?
Well, they have 6 weeks that are just theirs, and then I give them a summer workout to try to get them back into shape. Mm-hmm. We hope that after 6 weeks they can recoup from a really grueling softball spring season, mm-hmm. and then they get a little bit of time off, and then they go right into the workout so we can hit the ground running when they get in and hopefully avoid injuries when they get here.
And maybe a little bit of not think about softball, decompress a little bit.
Decompress, yeah. I think it's important mentally for them to have time off, and most of them work during the summer.
Yeah, because, again, they're cramming all the school stuff in addition to softball as well, which sometimes can be an extra adjustment for someone new, some of the freshmen or other players that haven't really gotten into the program. Well, you mentioned we've got 8 new players. We'll break down the roster a little bit, talk about some of your new players and some of your returning players. And I think one of Jessica Hardy's home run balls just landed in the parking lot from some of her shots that she had out at Timmy Black, your new home for Cougar softball. We'll come back and talk about the roster for Coach Wendy Spratt. And before you know it, we'll be playing softball on ColumbiaCougars.com and here on MediaCom as well. We'll take a break, come right back to the Cougar Coaches Show after this.